Go for it? Okay. My name is Minnie Bear. Oh, the mic's on. Sorry, the mic is literally not on. Hello. Hello. May I get a tad bit of reverb, please? Check, check, 1, 2. That's great. Ah. A. 1, 2, check. I like this ambient stuff that's happening. We good? Ready to roll? Okay. My name's Minnie Bear. I feel the hairs on my neck come alive. What is this feeling so deep inside? My body's language is telling you I like you, baby. My feelings betray my outer shell. My brain in battle, I know so well. My belly's telling me to let it go. She's worth it, I know.
mastered by Dave Trumpio, actually.
Your face, I see it on the screen. Your words, what does we really mean? The lies, they're pretty when you speak. You love people who are weak. Do you want me? I promise all my love. Do you want me? Do you want me? I swear I'm not the one. I am for your soul, come on baby. I am for your soul, come on baby, let me go. I am for your soul, come on baby, let me know. Send me a sign. I swipe the pictures on my screen. I'm bored, what does it really mean? You say, hey baby, go at school. I feel like modern love is cruel. Do you want me? I promise all my love. Do you want me? Do you want me? I swear I'm not the one. I'm not the one. I'm not the one. I am for your soul, come on baby. I am for your soul, come on baby, let me go. I am for your soul, come on baby, let me know. Send me a sign. Do you want me? I promise all my love. Do you want me? Do you want me? I swear I'm not the one. I'm thirsty for your touch. I'm hungry for your love. I'm thirsty for your touch. Your touch. The things they say, they take, they share. The love I lost from my trauma. I don't know how I love without you. My truth. I'm free. I can finally see all of me, and I'm perfectly. The magic that I feel, she makes me feel so real. I'm feeling. I couldn't say it. I couldn't say it out loud. I couldn't say it. I couldn't say it till now. I can breathe. I can finally see all of me, and I'm perfectly. The magic that I feel, she makes me feel so real. I'm feeling. I couldn't say it. I couldn't say it out loud. I couldn't say it till now. I couldn't say it. I couldn't say it out loud.
So something's not working, which is always the fun part about live performance. You know how it goes. It's fine. We've got like these synths here. I can kind of hear it. It's just very quiet, which is so interesting. All right, let's just turn up this little gain here. All right. Just do this little guy here.
Someone out there across the planet stretched my heart, swallowed it whole. I know I shouldn't fall in deeper. It's too late. So here we go. Virtual reality. Are we together, or is it you and me? Virtual reality. Are we together, or is it you and me? On my screen, babe, silent sleep, yeah. Anytime you call me, I'll be running, pick up the phone. On my screen, babe, silent sleep, yeah. Anytime you call me, I'll be running, pick up the phone. Virtual reality. Are we together? Or is it you and me? Virtual reality. Are we together? Or is it you and me? On my screen, babe, saw you sleep, yeah. Anytime you call me, I'll be running. Pick up the phone. On my screen, babe, saw you sleep, yeah. Anytime you call me, I'll be running. Pick up the phone. On my screen, babe, saw you sleep, yeah. Anytime you call me, I'll be running. Pick up the phone. On my screen, babe, saw you sleep, yeah. Anytime you call me, I'll be running. Pick up the phone. Yeah, joke's on me for trying to use VSTs. In this crowd, this is why this is happening. This next song's called Out of My Head. First kiss, it did not give me chills. He called, but I don't feel the thrill. What am I supposed to feel? I feel the fear in my belly now. And you go, and you go, and you go, yeah, and you go out of your head. And you go, and you go, and you go, yeah, and you go out of your head. Everyone's telling me who I'm supposed to be. 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 Hold on, what do I need? I thought that's what you felt between the sheets. Thank God, I know better now. And you go, and you go, and you go, yeah, and you go out of your head. And you go, and you go, and you go, yeah, and you go out of your head. Everyone's telling me who I'm supposed to be. 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 This is a newer song. It's a breakup song. Ooh, bass. I'm freezing now.
another newer song called Floating.
I'm so high, all alone in the club tonight. Who's gonna take me home? What's your vibe? I'm gonna feel you out, come let's ride. Baby, get in the zone, I can feel you on my jeans. Warm and fuzzy, a machine. Give me all of your desire. Hot and sweaty, light my fire. Floating, I don't wanna cry. Floating in my mind, I don't wanna cry. Floating in my mind, I don't wanna cry. Floating in my mind, I don't wanna cry. Floating on the floor, 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 floating on the so high. I'm so high, all alone in the club tonight. Who's gonna take me home? What's your vibe? I'm gonna feel it out, come let's ride. Baby, get in the zone, I can feel you on my jeans. Warm and fuzzy, a machine. Give me all of your desire. Hot and sweaty, light my fire. Floating in my mind, I don't wanna lie. Floating in my mind, I don't wanna cry. 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 Floating on the floor, 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 floating on the floor.
This song's about anxiety. I don't know if anyone can relate.
I don't know why I let the fear crawl deep inside. space exists. Can you believe our youth is gone? Fun in my car, going nowhere fast, falling with my heart, falling with my heart. Touching with our mouths, we're so close, I've never felt so close. Sitting in my car, going nowhere fast, falling with my heart, falling with my heart. Touching with our mouths, we're so close, I've never felt so close. Felt like years, hit me with boulevard. It feels like years since it was born. Do you think of me? So much space exists. Can you believe our love is gone? Sitting in my car, going nowhere fast, falling with my heart, falling with my heart. Touching with our mouths, we're so close, I've never felt so close. Sitting in my car, going nowhere fast, falling with my heart, falling with my heart. Touching with our mouths, we're so close, I've never felt so close. Thanks, y'all. My name is Vinny Bear. Wow. Everything beyond this point is going to be so different, but you're going to love it. Wait, who's next? Dan Troberg up next. Oh my God, we got an amazing lineup. Thank y'all for being here. What a party. What a party.
Don't leave just yet. Sorry, they're bringing up mics. I just want to say, first of all, Minnie Bear, one more time, please, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. We couldn't think of this was the best way to get this night started. Our first Synth Nerd Showdown here at Gold-Diggers, and SoCal Synth Society wants to thank everyone. Thank you, and thank Gold-Diggers for having this event here. And we have questions for you, so we don't want you to walk away just yet. So you're not off the hook yet. So
I don't know what I'm doing.
I want to welcome Alex, ALX 106, to the stage. Yay. Some of you may recognize him from doing Freak Boutique in Denver. It's a similar I'll let you. You know what? I'll let him take it from here. But thank you so much for everyone for being here.
Absolutely, and thank you, Gold-Diggers, for having us. This is awesome. Yeah, I do a thing called Freak Boutique, and what the format is that we have a live set, and then we ask a few questions so we can learn a little bit.
Cool.
And so I'm just going to go ahead and say tones for days.
Oh,
Beautiful.
ooh,
Like,
thanks.
that sounded awesome. It sounded really great. Vocals, beautiful, and songwriting, awesome. So thank you for sharing that with us.
Thanks, man.
As far as the questions go, it's going to be gear related most of the time. So that's what we're here for a little bit. So what I had one question in the beginning of your set, and it might be like hard to pinpoint.
Okay.
I think it was during the second song. You were playing chords on the matriarch here, and then you went over and you started playing a lead on it, and it sounded like I thought you hit a button and you changed it. And I was like, does it have presets? Like, what were you doing?
So that's the funny thing about this is it doesn't. It's just like, can I say raw dogging? You're just
you can
like
do whatever you
raw
want.
dogging. I mean, I feel like with modular, you're just like raw dogging and everything, right? But no, so there's no presets, but this button basically turns it from like a paraphonic. So, but basically, you can play multiple notes at the same time. Oh, that's crazy. Feedback.
That's so dope.
Or you can play two notes at the same time, or just monophonic.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, sorry.
Just tripping each other up
Yeah.
here. And then so then you had the matriarch and the Mother 32, and I see them connected in some way, and I know that, like, just tell me about it a little bit.
Yeah. Okay, so just to give a little background about me, I actually used to teach a synthesis course, but it was like essentially a fundamentals of synthesis. So the world of modular is like fairly new to me. So this like semi-modular stuff is like kind of like my doorway into it, which is cool. And I'm actually like usually like pretty good at like Googling and like just like looking things up. But I threw this set together real quick and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna like plug things in to just see what happens.
Yes. So that's really the spirit of it, right?
So maybe I'm doing it right. We'll see. You can check my work, but
no, it looks great. That's connected to that, and it sounded awesome.
I mean, I got it. Yeah, it's syncing. It's
I really
fine.
dug how the chords were coming through in here, in out of the computer. I'm gonna talk about that in one sec.
Yeah.
And then you were like accentuating it with stabs, like chord stabs on the top that just gave it like a high-end shimmer sometimes. And then I saw you playing with the knobs and changing things.
Yeah.
You talked about VSTs. I was curious about playing with your Ableton set. You're using Ableton, right?
I am.
You've got the push here.
Yes.
And I was curious about the VST comment and / like, are you doing any audio clips or is it a mix of both, like for synthesizers?
Yeah. So I have audio clips for like my tracks, I guess. But then for VSTs, I have essentially like a synth rack that I just like have automated to like turn on per clip so that I don't have like 20 instruments on at the same time because that's just chaotic. And my computer's like 2013 MacBook Pro, so it would like not love that.
It's the most popular computer amongst every music producer I know.
Wait, really? I actually just got a new
Literally
MacBook Pro,
everybody.
but it was not ready for this show.
Everybody's like, yeah, I got a 2013.
But
it still works.
If anyone wants this 2013, it's like on its last legs.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know why it wasn't like the volume was really low. It was like I don't know what was happening.
Okay, so you're going to be playing that on the. You were playing that on the push.
Yes.
Okay, I understand now.
Yeah.
Cool. So that was another thing that you could play live, and then the tracks. What kind of synths are you using to build your tracks?
Yeah, that's a really great question. So, I mean, when I'm writing, I typically like incorporating like hardware and software. So, yeah, I'm very fortunate. These the Mother 32 Moog Matriarch were donated to a nonprofit that I teach for, Femhouse, and they're like, "Do you want to house these?" And I was like, "Oh, yeah." But yeah, I have some hardware. I have a Juno 106 that's like broken, but
So is mine.
Yeah, they're all broken.
My artist name is Alex 106 over my broken 106.
I love that.
'Cause I love it.
That's amazing.
It's got its quirks,
Yeah. So yeah, I've got some hardware that I like to record, send MIDI out from live and just like turn knobs. But then what's amazing about VSTs is I feel like a lot of I don't know, when I started producing in like 2000, between 2010 2012, and I feel like VSTs then, like emulations were just like so far off from the like actual, you know, versions, hardware versions of the synths. And like, of course, there's like nothing like the real thing. But they've come a long way. Like the Arturia, like V collection is pretty sick.
I'm gonna go ahead and say we're there.
We're there.
Like,
we're definitely
I think
there.
we're there.
Yeah.
Like it's okay.
Yeah.
It's
It's
2023
crazy.
and it sounds amazing.
It's crazy. But yeah, I love the Arturia V collection and the CZV. It's really
Dope.
fun. Yeah.
Okay, last question.
Mm-hmm.
Drums. Heard a lot of different things.
Mhm.
We got some classic 909 going in
Mhm.
the house track. One of my questions that's kind of nerdy, but I was curious about the snare. It's like, do you layer snares and claps together?
I layer lots of things
Yeah.
together. Yeah.
'Cause it's just like it's got a
Yes.
good punch to it.
I tend to layer all the like snares, claps, and then other like textural stuff together. I love texture.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can tell, and like the drumstick sounds and like more like wooden sounds.
Mm-hmm.
Those are really really cool and peppered in there, and
Cool.
I liked it.
That's really good to hear because I'm teaching a beat making course. So that's just like it's nice
Y'all
to
heard
know
it
that
here.
I'm like
Beat making course.
that I make cool sounds.
No, you're making cool sounds. You're making cool
Thanks.
beats. Thank you so much for playing.
Thank you so much. Yeah, thanks for having me. I'm excited to see everyone else.
Yeah, give it up for Mini Bear.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much.
All right, so we'll be right back. We're gonna move some stuff out of the way, and then we'll get going.
All right, everyone, welcome. We have some more performances for you tonight. Just to let you know, we have some SoCal Synth Society t-shirts. Welcome. Thank you for being here. And I want to give a warm welcome to Daniel Troberg.
Yo, yo. Yo, yo.
Hello, hello.
Daniel Troberg, everybody. Give it up.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah, so that was an amazing set. I'm like taken back by the gear and just like your pure focus while you're going. Like it's just like it can feel and just see that you're super into it. I also took some notes because I was super into it and I knew I would just forget things. So in the very beginning, you had this like bell sound that was like a really nice like melody, and I was curious, is that then there was like sample rate reduction going on, and I was curious if that was coming out of like what machine that was coming out of. Was it one of the 3 Hydrosynths or was it the mono machine?
It was one of the 3 Hydrosynths.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So then my next question is, so you got drums and like mono machine, is that doing most of drums and like glitchy kind of things? Like I don't really know much about this instrument. Unfortunately.
Yeah, so I mean the whole concept with this setup was to keep it all digital, no analog sound generation whatsoever.
Hell yeah.
So obviously I wanted to I picked the mono machine because it's kind of versatile, and then have that control the 3 Hydrosynths, and then I'm running part of the drums from the mono machine into a qubit data bender to S up.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
And that is on my list to F some S up,
Yes.
for sure.
Yes. And of course, like some of the drums, comes from the mono machine, but then, some of the very deep bass and some of the drums does come from one of the 3 Hydrosynths as well. So
Yeah, I was curious. There was some like squelchy synth rhythms that could be mistaken for drums, and I felt like those are probably actually coming off of a synth with a bunch of modulation. But I didn't know.
Yeah. So
Cool.
yeah. And then also I'm using the clock output from one of the Hydras to just clock the data bender. So
Yeah.
that's great. I don't need one other little box to do
Absolutely.
that.
I mean, you've got a 6U with 3 modules in it and 1 plugged in. So that's pretty great.
Yeah.
Like it's pretty efficient.
So, yeah, exactly.
No, that's awesome, and that speaks to that module for sure.
Yeah.
And then the other thing I was like just kind of surprised to see when I got up here is like the lack of effects. So like all the delays and all that stuff's like built into those synths and things.
Yeah. I wanted to keep it pretty simple.
It's awesome. I mean, it's just like it's just proof you can do so much with these machines.
Yeah.
I said it earlier about VSTs, but same goes for digital versus analog. We're there. It's okay.
Singularity is near.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for playing. That was awesome.
Thank you. All right.
Yeah, give it up. He does have a vinyl for sale in the back. So if you are interested, pick up a vinyl from Daniel Troberg. We've also got SoCal Synth Society merch. Give it up for SoCal Synth Society putting this on. Super stoked to be able to be a part of this. And also just like real quick, one more big thanks. Let's give it up for Gold-Diggers for having us. Like, look at this space. Everybody on the stream can't really see where we are right now as far as like what we are surrounded by, but we're in a very historic soundstage where many records have been recorded. Beautiful vibes, just like feels really nice. And we're also surrounded by like beautiful instruments and vintage amplifiers and gear. And like, what better energy can we get from like this kind of stuff? So yeah, just give it up for them. Like, that's so awesome. So up next, we do have Snakes from Russia. So yeah, stick around. We'll be right back.
Check, check, check. Yo, yo. Check, check, check. You guys hear me? I can hear myself, so. We got Snakes of Russia up next, y'all. Give it up.
I have a microphone for you.
Great.
And it's, I don't know if it's gonna, it's kind of short. I don't know if it's gonna reach over to your,
We got to hang out
to
together.
your book reading light.
Hi.
Wonderful set.
Thanks.
Super effective use of the book reading light, by the way.
Dude.
That was wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? No, it's like, I saw some people taking videos, and it looked so fucking pro, because it was just like you had that right on your face with the things going on in the back, the lights going on in the back, and it was super cool.
Yeah.
So I already started talking about the lights. I saw you got the DMX's box up there, right?
Mhm.
So I had one question about the lights.
Yeah.
Are you writing like MIDI clips to those? Is like it's drawing automation?
Yeah, exactly. So it's just MIDI. So basically, I'm just programming it to the beat, essentially. So it's basically just locks in a certain MIDI note is a different color. So it just
Right.
Yeah, I just program it to the tunes. And this is a very new thing. Like I literally started programming them like a week ago. So I guess it was cool.
No, it was super cool.
Right?
Right? It was cool, right? We can say that? Hell yeah. I do have to say, you guys have been a fantastically attentive audience, and when we're like throwing down some heavy tunes, y'all are just like really into it, and that's super cool and refreshing, because a lot of times like when we're doing this stuff, it's just like party rage vibes, and it's really fun to just like see
that's
so
cool
many people.
too,
That's
though.
super cool too, but
Right.
it is cool to see people just be so like into it and like respectful and like I guess into it. I don't know. I can tell you're into it, and then it's like when it's over, it's obvious because you cheer. So that's cool. All right, so I was going to ask you, what's in the case? That's a really broad question in my notes. So you're using Ableton to control some stuff. And we talked a little earlier. Are you doing MIDI CV to like some voices?
So a side note here.
Yeah, please.
This is the first show that I'm using the Ableton setup. Before that, I was using an Octatrack, and I'm not trying to be a hero or anything. I just want it to fucking, I just want it to sound great for everybody. So this is the first time I'm using the Ableton rig. And I found this incredible software called Push Hacker that essentially like lets you use the push in any way you want. Programmed it, fucking rehearsed with it all week. But now what I found out is that if you power down your laptop and then bring it back up, it does. So basically, that was just not in the entire set. That was just gone from the entire set. This awesome thing that I found and was just so stoked about, because it's just basically you can program any key to anything you want. So it could just turn on. So it was turning on all these effects racks. Guys, I swear it was really cool. But and I didn't realize it until like the fucking
Phantom hardware.
Like literally almost the second to last song. Like, oh wait, that's not working. So that's a bummer. And then. Yeah, that's it. But yes, I have clips, because it's very important to me that like I do the records, because and then I just kind of improvise on top of that. So I have the stems, and then Ableton's triggering the stems. I have 4 channels of MIDI going to the case that are doubling some parts and adding some new parts and stuff. And then I have it set up like a DJ over here where there's an A and a B deck, and then this crossfader goes over to the B deck. So basically I have like alternate versions of the tracks over here, so I just slide over there and stuff. Yeah, so.
Okay, dope. Oh man, I thought of a question and I lost it. So sorry. Awesome set. Thank you so much for playing, dude.
Thanks, man. Yeah. Right on.
Thank you all so much for being here. So a couple more things coming up. We've got SoCal Synth Society is doing a takeover of the LA Synth Expo. A lot of y'all are probably here from the LA Synth Expo, but that's happening at DAF Studios, and that's happening tomorrow again. So like definitely go there, check it out if you haven't. You get a chance to play with a bunch of gear, talk to a bunch of nerds, and see a bunch of performances. So there's actually 20 modular synthesizer based, right? Mostly or all? We're gonna say synthesizer performances, 20 synthesizer performances tomorrow at that thing. So like you're gonna come out, you're gonna see some good music, you see a bunch of gear. So definitely come to that.
We've also got Travarsi and I are playing a show here at Gold-Diggers in the bar, in the cocktail lounge on Thursday. We're going to do like a house music night. So it's going to be her and I doing a back-to-back set. And then we've got Ricky Tinez and Date Night playing. So that's going to be super fun. I know Ricky hasn't played in a long time, so we're excited to see that. And then last couple things, we've got the Benders Circuit, which is a series that happens here at Gold-Diggers, and they are doing a live screening of the recordings. I believe they were all recorded in this room. It's a bunch of people that use instruments that they have modified in some way or another. So, you know, one of us, right? Yeah, so that's going to be happening here. Looks like doors are at 5:30, and the episodes start screening at 6 to 10, and then there will be a DJ and live performances on that. So that's happening here on February 12th. So that's going to be super cool. And did I miss anything else? Oh, Snakes of Russia has vinyl and merch here, so grab that shit. And, you know, support your scene. I just was thinking while he was playing, like, I'm so grateful to just, like, be a part of a community that has, like, such awesome tunes. And, like, people, like, supporting each other and being all about it. And, like, I get to be a part of this, like, all over. And it's really cool to experience it here. So thank you all so much for being here. We got Party Nails up next, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Everybody, my name's Party Nails. I'm just gonna get some juice going here. Okay, there we go. There we go. All right, I'm gonna play some new songs tonight. Some old songs, but a lot of new songs. This song is called The Movies, this next song, my first song. And it's about being really, really excited just about going to the movies because you're like 13.
Take me to the movies, cause it's something to do. Yeah, way as if you hoodie wanna get to know. Yeah, oh, yeah, baby. Get a slice of pizza on the way to the show. Yeah, glitter on my eyelids, wanna kiss you so bad. Ooh, yeah, baby. Will it always feel this way? Like a movie scene in the perfect company. Can I please buy your jeans? Will it always feel this way? I know all the lyrics like I know my heartbeat. Oh, yeah, baby. Will it always feel this way? Like a movie scene in the perfect company. Can I please buy your jeans? The sun, the sun, the sun. Can I please buy your jeans? The sun is coming, yeah, yeah. But first the stars give up. Will it always feel this way? Like a movie scene in the perfect company. Will it always feel this way? Like a movie scene in the perfect company. Can I please buy your jeans? I'll always feel this way. Like a movie scene in the perfect company. Take me to the movies, cause it's something to do, yeah. All the lyrics like I know my heartbeat.
Thank you. I made that song yesterday, so I forgot a little bit of it. But the rest of this I know. But that doesn't mean I won't forget it. So thanks for being here. This is a really wonderful event. It feels really nice. And I just loved all the performances so far. This song is called First Responder. It's about like when you are having a really hard time showing up for someone because they're kind of annoying, but it's a song, so it's more interesting than that. It's more about like you want to show up for them, but you can't. I'm a better songwriter than talker.
Los Angeles on the kind of day I tend to miss your face, your face. I can hear the water dripping down from the gutters to the edge of town. met you and then realized this is not the way I like to spend my time. Spend my time. Don't you ever wanna smile again? Why you pushing back? I'm trying to be your friend. Well, I'm sick and tired of changing all my plans. I'm the first responder, rushing to the scene to hold your hand. Hope you understand that the last time is this time. Because I thought that I would die for you, and I wouldn't even tie your shoe. And I thought this was part of your plan, never do what or think or clean or stand. I'm yours to be, but the last time is this time. Well, I'm sick and tired of changing all my plans. I'm like the first responder, rushing to the scene to hold your hand. I hope you understand that the last time is this time. Because I thought that I would die for you, and I wouldn't even tie your shoe. And I thought this was part of your plan, never do work or think or clean or stand. I'm yours to be, but the last time is this time. Thank you.
Sometimes I get a little sad when I perform alone because I like to look back at my drummer whenever I need to wince. But thank you. I'll look at you, Lauren.
Alright to let you in my world. Little bull inside trying to shout, can I get hurt? If you could hold me, you know this, I would not have believed you. But no, you didn't. Ooh. I ask you, can you come over tonight? I want you here. I remember things the way they were, but now it hurts. And can we just recreate the moments we were in love? Play them over and over again until it's us, until it's us, until it's real. Trying to forget all of the things inside my brain. Trying to forget all of the, trying to forget all of the, trying to forget all of the things inside my brain. My brain, inside my brain. My brain. Thought I could wait for you to come to me, but instead I pull you by a thread. Maybe that's mean, and every night I'm dreaming about you in my arms. I can sense you there the way you care. It felt so warm. And can we just recreate the moments we were in love? Play them over and over again until it's watching the pouring rain, trying to forget all of the things inside my brain. I never wanted to be scared of you, now I don't wanna be afraid. When you get angry and you punch the walls, tell me I'm sure that I'm worth nothing at all. Just know that I saw you then, and I know that you're pretending. I'm on the floor watching the pouring rain, trying to forget all of the things inside my brain. I never wanted to be scared of you, now I don't wanna be afraid. When you get angry and you punch the walls, tell me I'm shit, that I'm worth nothing at all. Just know that I saw you then, and I know that you're pretending.
Thank you. So, serious. The song is called Dirty Water.
I can't describe what I fear, but it's tumbling around me. And when I try, I find that I'm rambling. Maybe something broke, maybe there's smoke that's blocking someone's field of vision. Miscommunication systems failing. Dirty water, take me home. And sometimes I dream of space, I dream of ships, I dream of traveling. I try to escape, but the timeline is strange. Someone's gone or something's missing, holding onto every end I've ever loved, I've ever held. I hug you in my sleep, I'm living in our memories. Is this home? Is this home? The pictures on the walls are crooked, paint is peeling, floors are creaking, neighbors left in stores can't get the break. They need to keep the business open. Maybe something broke, maybe there's smoke that's blocking someone's field of vision. Miscommunication systems failing. Dirty water, take me home. Take me Miscommunication systems failing. Dirty water, take me home.
pretend you're in Twin Peaks and you haven't died yet.
Take me on a run, lost track of time. I guess I gave it up. And the bottom of the bottle came in the pills I took. Is this love? Give me all you got until I've had enough. Take me on a run, fibers on my spine, blood starts to cold. Branded vertebrae, this world is so fucked up. Take me somewhere else. 6 a.m. sun's up and we're still having fun. At night when I cry, I'm wondering why we're everything and nothing. And when I wake up, I get on my knees and pray. Take me on a run, a celebration, it's our ritual. Thanks for being here with me, I need to touch you. I can give you loving. I never meant to hurt you, babe, but times are rough. At night when I cry, I'm wondering why we're everything and nothing. And when I wake up, I get on the train and go. Take me on a run. Take me on a run. Take me on a run. You guys are really good.
Thank you. Let me just get this guy back in place.
Every day you will be fine.
situation and how people don't die when they bleed. I'm not joking. This song is about heartbreak. And after me is Matt Lange, and it's going to be awesome. Oh yeah, but we're going to ask some questions first.
Oh, what you gonna say? Just wait.
That one.
I can.
You have one.
Yeah.
I want to get away from this though.
I don't share mics anymore.
That's good practice.
Yeah. But that's okay.
Fully support that decision. Wonderful set. Thank you so much for playing.
Thank you. Thanks for putting on a great event.
Yeah, this has been super fun. Super stoked about it. So you're set up, and I mean, let's just talk about songwriting for a second. We've had some really cool songwriters here tonight, and it has been really fun to watch people, like express themselves in every which way they want to, whether that's full improvisation, love songs, breakup songs, everything songs. So yeah, fucking awesome.
Thanks.
And Yeah, so I was curious about that. Like with a lot of your songs, like you've got full production.
Yes.
Like and like band production.
Yes.
So are you putting all that together?
Like in the
Like
studio?
yeah.
Yes.
Like how's that working?
I mean, it's actually been a hodgepodge because, I mean, I'm gonna get real. I grew up poor, so doing shit is really hard.
Always.
I'm old now though, so I've done a lot of stuff. It just takes
We're
a
adults.
lot of work. If there's any young people here, just like keep fucking doing it because that's how it works. So like the last song that I played, I don't know if you can tell, I've played that hundreds of times compared to the others, which are like sort of in different stages of being complete. And this was like the perfect occasion to dick around with a hybrid set. Hybrid meaning like this is incorporated. This is a very new incorporation, and I'm sure you'll
We'll get
ask
there.
about that. Yeah. But yeah, like, so that song in particular was sort of like, who's this girl and who's this other person? And that person's gonna like maybe help her make a career, right? And that was like years ago. And then like I had to fight for the master and all of this stupid SHI, all of that stuff. So like, and then like from 10 years ago to now, it's sort of like every step of the way you figure out like, oh, maybe I actually am really into this thing. Maybe I am really into recording drums. Maybe I do play all these instruments. So like everything else is sort of like built upon those building blocks, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So, I'm not like against collaborating or working with other producers. I just think that I don't like to be discouraged to do that, and I don't believe that anybody should need to do everything on their own in order to make great music. But a lot of the time, that is what I end up doing, just because that's what's available to me. Because
Absolutely.
money, yeah.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, that's awesome. I mean, like, I feel like one of the reasons why a lot of us are into electronic music to begin with is the fact that we like want to finish the music, whether or not we have to rely on somebody. Like, we want to finish the song, like we want to
100%.
finish the thing, and so that's super obvious. And so I was just curious about that process of like, are you recording like stuff, like you play all those instruments and stuff?
Yeah, I mean, there's a
fucking
few
badass.
examples there of.
We can say those things, by the way.
We can?
I think we can.
I don't know where that started.
I just said it.
That started at some point, and I was
we
like,
said
"Are we like on
FSMS, but,
FM radio?"
We're like, we're
Okay,
adults here, so we
cool.
can do that.
That's amazing because I like to fuck shit up for sure.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, there's a handful of examples. Like the last song, again, that was like not so much. That was definitely a collaboration. Everything else is more like, I mean, stuff I recorded at home and I work on forever and see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a drummer. That's the only instrument I can't play, but a lot of this stuff is programmed. I'm obsessed with the 707 sounds, and I just.
Me too.
They're the best drum
It's so
machine.
good.
I know. I mean, I don't want the real one because I have Ableton, but I'm good. I just kind of like make ideas and try to make songs out of them. And if they're good, then I keep going.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. And then, so you're producing in Ableton. And then when we've got the hybrid rig, we are synced up. Using I'm seeing the Mutant Brain. So what is that controlling?
That is controlling. I actually work at Noise Engineering. I am a plugin tester there, so I use any DAW that I need to use. I produce in anything. I do not like Bitwig though. Sorry.
I love Bitwig.
I know you do.
So
I think
good.
that's so nice. They have friends. So
I don't use it anymore.
I mean, anybody's welcome to come
But
take
it's
a look
great.
as I'm breaking down. But there's actually, or right now is fine too. There's actually a secret BIA over here. So this totally faceless panel right here is a BIA, and then there's another BIA, Basimilus iteritatus alter, and then there's a Manus iteritatus. So those are the three primary voices here, and then there's a distortion that I'm playing with, and then a Desmodus Versio that I'm playing with. And the other things, these two things I'm not using. And then these other sort of sequencing things are actually controlling these filters because I wanted to recreate a synth that I'd previously had in a backing track, and I realized that I could do that. So I'm still working on exactly how it becomes part of the show. So thank you so much for bearing witness to me playing with all of this stuff.
It sounded rad, and like I could tell when things were like like when you were playing with it, and it was totally a part of the mix. Like it sounded really it was meant to be there. So
nice.
And that's totally the thing. Like I think a lot of us struggle with like playing tracks versus and integrating something outside of it, right?
Totally.
So and then you said it probably, but the Medic Digitalis, right? You're using that to
I actually
sequence some
don't
stuff, or
even
you're
know
not
if I
using that
am
today?
using. No, I'm not using anything out of there, but it's
Okay.
set up because
That
my
thing's
dream, just imagine this was happening, okay? My dream is to basically have my interludes not be scenes in Ableton that are then feeding MIDI out. My dream is to have interludes, I was telling Josh about this earlier, that are just in here on this little, like, there's a little 303 emulator thing here that does pitch and rhythm sequencing, and so that will be really fun, but because I sing so much, I like literally can't do something unless it's like I know exactly what it's going to be because it stresses me out so much.
Yeah.
So
I feel that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that 100%. I don't sing anymore.
You're like,
That's
I'm
where
done.
I went. That's where I went with that.
I get that.
Yeah, and then so like dynamics, I mean, I'm just gonna say it, like your dynamics are really, really powerful and awesome. And so like that's just a lesson to like, you know, like something to take inspiration from. I'm definitely going to, you know, it's just like so nice to just hear you know, songs just like get really big, and then, you know, like even just like having some slow songs in the middle and then bringing us back, you know, it's just like I enjoyed that part.
I appreciate that.
Cool. So yeah, I think we got there. Thank you so much for playing.
Thank you, everybody.
So yeah, thanks again everybody for being here. We got one more performance, so don't go anywhere. I did want to say some thank yous real quick. Let's give it up to Troberg for booking this show. Putting the lineup together. We've got a super diverse, cool lineup of different music all night, and that's all thanks to Troberg. So yeah, that's give it up one more time for her. Her and I are playing here on Thursday in the bar, so come out if you can. That's going to be super fun. Want to say thanks to Simon at Gold-Diggers for having us. Brittany on sound, give it up. We've got Brittany back there on sound, making us sound good. I mean, it really sounds great in here, and so we're super thankful for that. We've got Tom doing streaming video back here, so we're streaming the whole thing. We're recording it, and yeah, thank you so much, Tom, for helping us out with that. We've got Ed in the control room over here who's recording all of this through a beautiful studio and helped set all of this up. So give it up for Ed. And then James, Anton, and Vincent for helping out. Anyone else that I am forgetting, I'm so sorry. But we love you and we thank you guys so much. And Brandy for slanging drinks and being awesome. And, you know, this is the point. I was going to say this. I had this dumb joke in my head of this is the point where I would say tip your bartenders, but we're not doing that. So we have a donation box. You know, you can be kind to that and just, you know, be kind to each other. And, you know, give it a round of applause for yourselves for coming out because that's awesome. All right, we got Matt Lane coming up next. And, yeah, we'll be right back. Thanks.
All right, everyone. Thank you all for being here. And I'd like to welcome Matt Lange.
questions, we're supposed to do the Q&A. But yeah, no, the fucking digitrack like stopped during the pick drum. Like, no, it just stopped. Yeah, yeah, like. I thought it was a cool break, man. Great.
Here you go. We got a hot mic.
Hello.
Awesome set. You said you fucked up. No one agrees.
Great.
So that's good.
Fantastic.
And you were saying that before. You put a lot of pressure on yourself not to fuck up. I told you that's a part of it. Like that's why we do this the way we do it, right?
See, I should have never said it.
Yeah, definitely. But it is a part of why we do it. We make it hard on ourselves on purpose in order to, for some reason. I don't know if it's just masochism or if it's like actually like wanting to, just be challenged in the moment, right?
Self-loathing.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Cool. So we had a really, compact setup, small setup of the night, probably. Yeah. We've got the Digitact, we've got the Syntact, and we've got the, and we've got Ableton, or not even Ableton.
No,
what is that?
I'm running Pro Tools.
Oh, Pro Tools. I don't even
know what that looks like. I'm an avid guy. I know. It's not cool, but it's better.
Sure. Yeah, industry standard, man. Yeah, and so you're running stuff off of here. Are you just, and is the pads coming off of there?
Yeah, so basically the way I had this set up is, so I'm sending a very basic pattern. It's basically like kick snare. Like that kind of shit is getting sent out of Pro Tools. That's going direct into both of these electrons. And then all the melodic stuff, that's in a folder in Pro Tools. But ultimately, all the weird, glitchy, all that kind of stuff, that's all really like just programs and a lot of probability kind of stuff.
I was going to ask that. Yeah, nice. Yeah, so you like panning and stuff, like you've got like probability on stuff like that.
Honestly, I've got probability on fucking everything.
Yeah, it's so sick. And then just sound design, like as far as the drums, I was curious, like a lot of that, like with the Digitact, are you using your own samples to load in there, and just fucking them up, or like are you loading your own sample
stuff?
Is that a real
question?
Yeah, it's a real question.
Yeah, of course they're mine.
Yeah, I have to ask that because there are some people who might not know that.
No. I mean, I'm a sound designer. So
I know
like,
that.
No. So like everything is, of course, mine. In the Digitact and the Syntact also, and actually, like interestingly enough, in the first track, this was kind of weird. I noticed because, and maybe it's just the monitoring in here compared to what I'm used to, but that kick was like way more like kind of swoopy at first, and I was like, "What the fuck's going on here?" So I, jumped in there and did a little.
Yeah, I was just more curious about like like your starting point, in here, just like like that's why I asked the question, because obviously it did sound very much fucking custom, but I was curious just about like the power of what you're.
No, I mean it's like everything.
And it makes
everything's
total
custom. So it's also a big part of like, because I actually literally work for Avid also. So part of what I know, which is like that's relevant. But I'm a sound designer.
Yeah.
So I make all of the audio content that ships with them, and actually because Joe and Pat from Eventide are in the house right now. And so, for instance, like I did a lot of samples using, actually it was mostly the electrons through the new Eventide H90. And so a lot of those things ended up into the Digitact.
Sick.
And then they're getting, chopped up and sequenced and looped and, all the things.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. Cool. And then the pads, like in synth sounds, like what's some of the sources that you're using to make those?
It's a lot of different stuff. Like there's some that are pretty overtly strings, and those come from. I mean, I'm a composer as well, so I use a lot of orchestral libraries. So I just kind of, like when I was putting this whole thing together, because frankly, this is the first time I've done a set like this in probably 3 years.
Right. Yeah.
So I did feel a certain amount of pressure of how to not suck, and. So I figured like, all right, I'm gonna do some complicated like beat shit, with the electrons. But then as far as like, I want always like some kind of harmonic context. I want, a mood, and just and an emotion ultimately. And so there's string patches, but then there's synths also. There's a lot of like granularized and time stretching of like taking a song I love, for instance, and I won't say what it is. But I literally took it, and the BPM was different than the BPM of this set. Like this set is pretty much entirely 132. only because it felt good. And so I took that song and I literally I corrected the timing to be 132. It was not 132, and then I threw it into pulse stretch and I stretched it 4 times, and then I pitch shifted it down. So consequently, the beauty of when you do that is that all of like the swells, all of like the harmonic motion, all is time locked, but it is now completely recontextualized.
Absolutely. Thank you for that insight. That is exactly what I wanted to know. That was awesome.
Yeah, it's just like, and also because like, to be frank, like I'm very new to the Electron boxes. I only got them about a month ago.
Right. Yeah.
So I actually kind of used this actual event as really an impetus to actually like get my shit together and use them in a way that is good. Hopefully.
Yeah. No, it was super cool. Like, and just that like idea of like jamming the drums over the top of everything else. It's like, that's inspiring.
Yeah, that was kind of the idea, because ultimately what I did is, I mean, again, it's like basic beat coming out of Pro Tools.
Right.
But all the weird shit, that is all the electrons, and that was just programming a lot of just all the functions that you can do with Electron drum machines, which are they're amazing machines. They're so good. And just then ultimately, like, once I pre-programmed basically these generative algorithms to ultimately do it, then kind of playing when the generative algorithms kind of like turned on and off.
Totally.
Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. Well, thank you so much for that. Thank you for playing.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks everybody for being here. This concludes our night. Yeah, fucking awesome. Super cool. Amazing performances from everybody, and you guys have been a wonderful audience. Give it up one more time for SoCal Synth Society and Gold-Diggers. And yeah, if you want to come, we got Synth Expo stuff tomorrow, and then we're doing that show on Thursday and all the things. So come back, it'll be fun. And yeah, thanks so much. We'll see y'all later.
Thank you.